Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Happy Wednesday. We are here with another box. Today's box is kind of a twofer for me because I needed a box for you guys for Wednesday, and also my mom's boss is in charge of the little table placement items for her church, and so she wanted a little box to put something in. And she just wanted like a little mint and some little chocolates. So this is what I came up with. Some Altoids, because I just bought these for work. And then I had these on my desk. These are the caramel ones. I don't particularly care for them, so that's why they're still here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to eat it though, right? But yeah, so we're going to do a little box for this. And actually, it's a threefer because last week you guys absolutely loved the divider box, and so we're going to do another divider box. So we're going to get out our purple book, so the pizza box style template box, and we're going to turn to a blank page, and we're going to go ahead and measure this out. So 1, 2, 3, 3 inches by 1, 2.5, 2.5 by, I'm gonna have to do the eighths. We're just gonna have to by it's just slightly over 1/2 inch, so let's do it at 5/8. Okay, so 5/8, 5/8, 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. I hope people like minty chocolate, like Thin Mints, because all I can smell is this. Even though it's in a shrink film, it is really strong. Okay, so my left to right is 3 because I like to write my left to right first. My up and down is 2.5, and I need to write that in both sections because we have 2 sections there. Let's take, wow, I skipped the whole page. Okay. What do I normally leave pink? Left to right. All right, left to right, we should have 3 measurements. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna grab my cheat sheet because you know what? I'm being kind to myself. I'm not auditioning to work for NASA, so I don't need to memorize my fractions to decimals, okay? I wrote these down from the Google, okay? Be kind to yourself. And I'm gonna grab my calculator because again, I am not a mathematician, so I am not mathing these 1/8 of an inch. Anyway, so 0.625 plus 3 plus 0.625 equals 4 1/4 by, my up and down should have 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 0.625 plus 2.5 plus 0.625 plus 2.5 plus 6.25 equals, no, I did something wrong there. 0.625 plus 2.5 plus 0.625 plus 2.5 plus 0.625. That is 6.875, so 6 7/8. Okay. I don't know what I did wrong there, but I did something. All right, so we can now follow our path on the long side. 0.625 plus, well, we know we need 5/8, 2.5, 3 1/8. So now that we're right here, plus 0.625, 3 3/4 plus 2.5, and 6 1/4. So that's going to be your measurements, okay? For the short side, it's going to be 5/8 on both sides. So 5/8 plus 3 would be 3 5/8, right? Okay. All right, let's get our paper, cut it down. So you can get 2, maybe 3 boxes out of this. This is a scrap paper, so I need to measure. All right, so I'm gonna have to cut mine this way. So 6 7/8 by 4 1/4. Okay, 5/8 of an inch on all 4 sides, which it is the tick mark between the half and the 3/4, but when I'm trying to do just 5/8, I always get confused. So I do the cheater, 1 3/5. And I'm gonna do the cheater right here too. Okay, because I'm gonna craft easy. I'm not gonna make a life harder for myself. Okay. So that's my 5/8, and then it should be 3 5/8. 1 3 5. Yep. And then on the long side, it's going to be 5/8. And now that I'm comfortable where it's going to be on my paper trimmer, I'm good to go. Just that first one, I got to use the cheater marks. Okay, so 5/8, 3 1/8, and 3 3/4, and 6 1/4. I know typically I do all 4 sides, but because it's 5/8 and that was a weird one for me, I just use the measurements as is. Alright, we're done with our book. Better not put that away so I can write the measurements for you guys. And I'm going to lightly varnish just so you guys can see my... Actually, we can just go ahead and varnish all the way. Doesn't matter if you varnish first or last, just as long as it gets done. Okay. Right, perfect. Okay. I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut up all these score lines. Again, it doesn't matter which order you do this in either, but cut up the score line, miter, miter, cut the bulk. Excuse me. I already cut both of these score lines, so miter, miter, cut the bulk. And then cut up the score line, miter, miter, oops, and cut the bulk. Okay, you're going to do the exact same thing. I will show you a little easier. Cut up the score line, miter, miter, bulk. Okay, you have your middle 2 score lines. Cut up the score line, cut up the score line, miter your square, cut off the bulk. Okay, last score line, cut up, miter, miter, bulk. Cutting the bulk is optional, but that's what I do. Okay, flip it over, varnish if you haven't already. Also decide which is the top, which is the bottom if you have directional paper. Your bottom tray needs to have 4 tabs, so 4 tabs. Your top part is only going to have 2 tabs. Okay? Alright, glue, allegedly. Okay, probably used the word allegedly wrong, but it's one of my new favorite words. So there you go. Alright, and glue my tab to the side. Glue my tab to the side. And again, this is going to be my bottom, so it needs to get the other two tabs. Making sure your sides are lined up nicely. Alright, this one I didn't cut very well, so there's still some score line here. And that isn't necessarily a problem, but your tabs aren't going to line up perfectly and you're going to get a little frustrated. So just cut it off. Okay. Alright, so now we need to work with our top of our box. We have two tabs that we need to glue. Tab 1, tab 2. And glue those to the top. Just, move the box to wherever it's comfortable in your hand. And glue this other box here. Okay, these boxes don't take that long to make. It's just I like to make sure every single craft level person can follow along. Alright, so there's our box. It looks very similar to last week's. It's just smaller. Here's last week's box that everybody loved. I'm so glad you guys did. Here's this week's. So we're going to make sure that our snacks fit in there perfectly. And they do. So now we need a divider, right? So I like to make the dividers just slightly smaller than the depth. So this was 5/8. So let's make this 1, 3, 5. Let's make it a 1/2 inch. So we need 4 1/2 inch little things. So you need a 2-inch piece of paper, 2 by 2.5, right? So I'm going to do mine 2 by just slightly under 2.5 because I don't want it to be messed up in the box, right? I don't want it to be too tight. Is it 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2 by 2.5. And I'm going to score this at every 1/2 inch. So 1/2, 1, 1.5, and that's it. 1, 1.5. Okay, so you should have 3 score lines, but 4 sections, like this. Now, this middle piece is going to be your mountain, so just fold it in half, and then your other 2 pieces are going to be your valleys. Like so. So you have a little weird looking W like this. Okay, so if you want to do it piece by piece, your first one, fold it up. Your second one, fold it like that, and this one, fold it up. Okay. You're going to just pop that in. I typically don't glue mine. You can if you want to. And there is your divider. You even have a little room for something else. You could put a little shreddy in there, or it would be really cool is if you have like a little word sticker or something. Because the height difference, I mean, there was nothing you can do about that. So you can add, pretend this is little shreddies. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Just, make it cute or whatever you want to do. And there you are. I always forget to add a finger pull right here. But thankfully with cardstock, it is flexible. So you see how I'm pulling it down? Just use your whatever circle you have. Where's my circle punch? I have no idea where my circle punch is. I'll just use a small one. Actually, I'll use this little flower punch. And mine looks like it has a bite taken out of it. That's funny. And that just kind of helps you put your finger or your thumb in there to kind of open the box a little better. But there you have it. A little Altoids, a little chocolate, a little divider box. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.